Wolfman is the latest adaptation of another Universal monster. And with it being made by Leigh Whannell, who made The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss, I was like, okay, potential. Because The Invisible Man was fantastic. And Elizabeth Moss in it was just amazing. So it's like, you know what? This has some potential. I'm very excited. Okay, not necessarily very excited, but I was excited. And I was let down. Now, what let me down most, honestly, was just the general story. Because it wasn't thrilling. It wasn't really scary. Where The Invisible Man succeeded, I feel the Wolfman failed. And that was in its thrillingness. Because The Invisible Man was edge of your seat. Beginning to end. Wolfman? I don't know. It was kind of a paint-by-numbers horror movie. Our main character, Blake, played by Christopher Abbott, he is scratched by the Wolfman, which we see in the trailer. And then we just see his transformation into the Wolfman. His wife, Charlotte, played by Julia Garner, she is there to just be hysterical, try to save their daughter, and defend. That's it. The big reveal of who the Wolfman is that scratched Blake in the first place, you kind of see it coming from a mile away, especially with a certain couple of lines in the opening of the movie. It's like, oh, okay, this is exactly who this is going to be. And it turned out that's exactly who it was. Now, what this does have going for it, though, is the Wolfman transformation. Now, it has been done differently over the years, from the original to the remake with Benicio del Toro to this one. This one is kind of a mixture of practical and CGI, and I think they do it very, very well. And we do see and hear his transformation because his senses are heightening. You know, his sense of smell, his sense of hearing, but also other things are like detracting, like his speech. He can't understand people. He himself cannot speak. So he's reverting to wolf form. The senses of a wolf are getting stronger, and the things that we humans take for granted, which is speaking, is going away. And the physical transformation also overall very good. We see close-ups of like his nails growing out in the claws, and his teeth becoming fangs, and his jaw changing all up. So it was very well done in terms of the wolf transformation. The final look of the wolf, that's up for interpretation. Some people are going to like it. Some people are going to hate it, I'm sure. It's very, very different from our past two incarnations of the Wolfman, from Lon Chaney Jr. as well as Benicio del Toro. I'm not going to show a picture of the transformation because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who does want to go see it, who hasn't seen it yet. But it's different. And honestly, the acting, it's not bad. Christopher Abbott is very good in his transformation into the Wolfman, as well as the beginning of the movie with him just being human. And Julia Garner too, she's making a name for herself in the horror genre. She was the only good part of Apartment 7A, so it was exciting to see her continue in horror. And you know, she does a good enough job in this to be like, okay, I want to see her in more horror. But ultimately, Wolfman, I honestly expected more, especially with it being from the filmmaker that gave us a phenomenal movie in The Invisible Man, and Blumhouse, who has made a name for themselves for great horror. But at the same time, Blumhouse movies have kind of been going downhill over the last year or two. So in that aspect, it's not really that surprising that this is not as good as I was expecting it to be. So, because of the acting, and because of the special effects, and because of the score too, very eerie, very creepy, very reminiscent of the original Wolfman with Lon Chaney Jr., which I thought was fucking amazing. That too. Because of that, I'm going to give Wolfman a C. Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to see more movie and TV reviews, along with reaction comedy shorts. Join the channel membership for just $1.99 a month to be able to watch all videos before the public with early access. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie or show, and I will see you next time.